And we are live.
Who is that? Who's that handsome guy in the picture?
Mia. All right, we are live now.
To-
Hello, everyone. Good
Today,
evening.
today, today is a special day.
So special. So special. Just
Dala special.
All right, so it's already 8 o'clock, and let us know who's tuned in. If you're with us watching, just drop us a comment and let us know who you are. We'll say hi. Right. All right, so it's already 8 o'clock. Okay lah. Ready? 8 o'clock already. Shall we go? Yes? No? Chris is here already. All right, we're going to kick it off. All right, so we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. Tonight is going to be a bit special. As you can see, I have Selena with me tonight, instead of Eric. So, hey, thanks for watching. So, we see some people dropping their comments already. We're just going to say hi. And, hey, Selena, just a kid.
Hello. Oh, this one, our BFF lah. Hello, Chris. How are you?
Mui Han also. Hello.
Hi, Muhan. Wow. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, yeah.
And we have our grandpa, Alpha Grandpa from down under. Yeah. I hope the weather is not so crazy, man. In Perth, I do not know about all of you, but in Penang, the weather very, very panas. So all my laundry all settled out already, man. So
Masih be uncle.
I have no choice anyway. So thanks for joining us tonight again. So for those of you who are tuning in, let us know who you are. We'll just give you a quick shout out, right? So tonight we are back here doing our virtual version of Sarong and Slippers instead of doing it at the studio because someone decided to ponteng lah. We'll let you know why later, but this is the topic for tonight's episode, all right? So we're going to be talking about photos. We have something arranged. Some photos have been compiled for your viewing pleasure later. And is it really our reputation? Really? Let us know what are your thoughts about that, okay? So we want to hear from you. And Leng Zai and Leng Loy, there's only one Leng Zai tonight.
I see.
Yeah. So maybe we're gonna wait for our first comments about this. Drop your comments and we'll discuss. Okay. So you have anything to say because you're very quiet there? Say something.
My reputation already koyak because of your post today.
No, I got. I give you due diligence. Due diligence pula.
I
Due
mean,
recognition.
Seriously. So photos, when Eric used to take a lot of pictures of us, right? I used to get really annoyed because he takes the most unflattering photos of me.
He does. But he does take the good ones as well too, actually. No?
Super unflattering, but he likes it that way. He said original ma. So
which is true. which we will discuss in just a moment's time. All right. So before we go full-fledged into the show, so let's just do our tradition. We're gonna kick off our intro. All right. So be right back and stay tuned. And here we go. So photos, our reputation, really? Let us know. So maybe while we wait for the first comments about this topic, what do you think, Selena? Since you say, Eric took unflattering photos of us, does that really portray who we are, besides the fun factor?
I guess it does. I mean, it is what it is, right? He shot it as it is. He doesn't really, he doesn't do touch up to make me look, I always want to go 3 sizes smaller. He won't do it. So it is what it
cannot
is.
take it. I cannot take it. If 3 sizes smaller, you'll be like, scrawny leh, cannot leh, walao, blow also will fly.
But after a while, I got used to it. So now I biaja lah dear. You all have your fun. But that's the best part of it, the raw part of it. So reputation is, I think if it's not lebih-lebih, the don't terlampau, I think it's fine. But if you have control over it, right? I guess I do jaga what kind of pictures goes up. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you mind? Do you just let it, lepas saja whatever photos, or do you, still filter?
Okay, good question. So there you go. You see, so Muihan said Eric is dangerous. Hey, Muihan, you conduct before, right? You were conducting the class, and then there he was, lurking right in the corner, which we will have some content to showcase what he was all about on that day. So Yap Tong, good kan, exactly, right? It's get what we see is authentic. So that's also among one of the discussions that we'll be addressing tonight. And this fella Tyler never died before, right? You made a sticker from the photo from my post today. Wow. Okay, Ken, you got answer, huh? You're in KL, I'm Penang, Tai Tai, yeah. All right, so before we even move on further, all right, just a quick shout out to Eric. So it is his birthday today, right? As you can see, he posted about it this morning, and that's the reason why he's not with us tonight, and rightfully so. That let him celebrate with his loved ones, and maybe I don't know what's he doing right now. Probably busy blowing his own candle, having cake.
Makan lah, makan with family, pak tor.
Big boy ready, all right? So there you go. So no longer 3 series liao ho. There you go.
Yep. Welcome to the 40. Well, I'm already past that, so.
Y'all go first.
You guys are baby.
Yeah, go first. No, y'all go. I'm not in a rush. Y'all go first. Okay. So yeah, so happy birthday, Eric. Really hope that you're enjoying our time with your family, and sincere wishes. And we'll continue the banter. But for now, the banter will begin in no time. Profile pictures. Let's talk about profile pictures since we are on social media, right? LinkedIn included. And for those of you using other platforms, you know what they are. Is it our first impressions? Really? Why? What makes them a first impression? Does it give you an introduction? Does it buy a level of trust that makes you comfortable to at least interact with that person? Why? Yes. How? What? Let us know. Let's talk about it. What about you? What about you, Selena?
It's like interview kan, right? Resume, right? You won't put a shitty photo, right, on your resume because you want to impress. So I think it's what context it is, right? So if you're talking about LinkedIn, because it's sort of so-called work, professional platform. But if you're on like other social media or, your own social media profiles, doesn't really matter, isn't it? If you're not too bothered. I think at the end of it, it's about how you want people to see you. Are you bothered?
No, not really. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, not really. I mean, I've had a few profile photos already. We're just talking on LinkedIn alone. I mean, that's all I use these days anyway. So not really. As long as it does show who I am and people recognize me. I mean, my current profile picture, right? I just updated it not too long ago. I think about 4 months, 3 or 4 months ago, and I've received someone's comment that I look different already. Maybe lah, sudah gemuk kan, sudah kembang.
No lah, got rambut ma.
More hair, clearly. Yeah, clearly this mess, So, yeah, but no, I'm not bothered about it. But it does give me some sense of a handle of that person. You brought you made a very good example about resumes, for example. So at least we know who is it that we are going to interact, especially if we receive a first contact from a stranger wanting to connect with us, but that's as much as it gets, isn't it? We won't really know whether is this person a catfish. There's a term for it these days, right? So, yeah.
Unless it's an online dating app, so that's a different thing altogether.
Yeah, and among others, So anyone using any of those apps, it doesn't have to be online dating. It could be, even Google, for example, social media, even Gmail. We have our profile picture, isn't it? So, what are your thoughts, anyway? Taking a pause to say hello to our friends who just tuned in and dropped their comments here. So, Jewel, how's it going? How are you?
Hello.
I hope Singapore is well. Sunny Singapore down there. How's the weather? Seriously, Penang up here very hot leh. I can only imagine how is it, in Singapore. Hey, who's ni? Apa khabar? Dah lama tak nampak ni. Love the hair. Ini rambut.
The brush, the toilet brush.
I lazy lah. I just came out from mandi ni. You see, so clearly this is how men, or at least in this case myself, compared to Selena. You see, Selena so prim and proper, curl her hair and all that. Somehow, lang lang.
Standard, ada standard. Look at
standard lah. Aduh.
Kasih sikit effort lah. Hello.
Got lah. What to do? Cannot. I scared later if I start up, I overtake you. I need to give you the. Anyway. So, profile pictures, first impression. Can we agree on the idea that it does give us a basic sense of handle of who we are interacting, at least some sort of first contact to see who is it that we're talking about or who we are going to interact with. Yeah. So the next one is that now we received a comment earlier today, specifically from one of our friends on Selena's post today. How to verify an authentic photo? It's very tricky.
Yeah, no, Pauline was saying, the photo was good, but then after that, what's next? How do you further verify? Hi, John. How do you further verify someone's profile beyond the photo? I mean, I also kena lah, you accept people and then it comes out a little bit shady or creepy, So level 2, how do you kasi a little bit more verification? What do you do?
Now, there's really no hard and fast rule here. I just want to make that disclaimer. And what we do is just based on our own experiences and what we've done that so far that worked for us. Okay, so try at your own discretion. So clearly, if you compare between Eric and I, Eric has got a lot of followers. He engages people, he adds people, he connects them, and you can see his follower count. I, on the other hand, I couldn't really give a hoot about it. And, until today, I just passed the 3,000 followers barrier. And, I'm not really into numbers. And most of the people who add me, right, I don't really follow them back because, I would like to curate the relevance of the content that is in my feed. But let's take that one step back. Okay, what makes me even want to accept someone's connection? I've declined quite a few actually. Clearly I will go into that person's profile, the requester, just to have a feel of that person's page. How long has he been on LinkedIn? We can have an idea by how many posts the person have been posting. You can see how complete or how freshly created the account is. You know,
Mm.
there's some telltales. So if it doesn't make sense, especially the gambar macam perempuan lawa-lawa cantik-cantik macam AI one, forget it lah. I don't bother. So yeah, that's me. To say verify, no, not really. I don't even bother going to so deep to verify. It's not life or death to me, but I couldn't really bother to accept. Like that's the end of it.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, when when Pauline mentioned, I do take a bit of time to look, because otherwise sometimes, you end up getting strange messages and all that. But yeah, there's no harm looking into the profile a little bit, whether you got any common friends, see whether
Mm,
it is somebody that is fairly active, or comments. But sometimes they don't, not necessarily. Doesn't mean that people don't, some people don't write, but they follow actively, they read. But yeah, just kind of use your gut feel a little bit. And yeah, that's what I do. Does help.
mm. Correct. And to take it further, let's just say we may accept someone based on our gut feel. It seems to be decent enough for us to connect, and so be it. And then sometimes once in a while we do have some leaks, meaning to say that we missed out, some really shady characters, and they're not entirely shady. It's just that they just start selling whatever they're trying to sell, Bitcoin, crypto, or whatever it is. There's always that very convenient little button of unfollow or block. So don't be shy to use that anyway. And know who you're connecting, all right? Because that's just the modern day necessity, since we are very driven and connected by social media, right? Scams all over that. Okay, now we'll have a little bit of fun, all right? So we've been talking two very serious topics to open the show over here, right? So earlier, I've already showcased a photo of Eric, just showcasing what he's up to today. It's his birthday, just across the Big Four. And we have a few more lined up, all right? Now, as for those of you who know him, right, Eric is very, very casual. No stranger being seen in his shorts and slippers. And at one point, actually, we can even guess what color of the pants he's going to wear, which particular t-shirt he's going to wear. So, right? And his flip-flops and all that. But what if suddenly you see, would you believe there's Eric?
Have to believe long. It's him, but cannot long. I still cannot.
What are your thoughts, everyone? Look at me. He looks pretty good. All credits to him. He's lean. He's been working out as well too. And just bear in mind, so we're looking at this particular blue short sleeve shirt and gray pants. I think he's also into quite plain tones, nothing too loud, isn't it?
So you see, the strange thing is he actually consciously have a reputation of being super casual, right? He loves to, squat lah, and then he just, but when he shows up, all dressed up proper, I mean, he cares. He does care about his reputation. Or sometimes I guess he has to, inform maybe more of the word, right? When he's teaching and stuff. But yeah, I think that's when you say, how someone will take your gamba, right? Randomly. You never know, right? And if you didn't know Eric, you look at that picture, then you think, oh, he looks like a professional, lecturing, teaching. Looks okay. But if the ballet and he's wearing, you would, right?
We may not even take him seriously, especially so for the record, right, those of you who may not know him too well, he is a medical doctor and he is also a lecturer. He lectures if I'm not mistaken, part-time right now, right? And on a request basis. So he's that, all right? He's not just some fun guy who always seen, having fun, fooling around. So he's that, all right? He's a doctor. So all credits to him. So, but it's just that it's rare that we see him in such formal wear. And yeah, we've seen him a few times. I've never seen him in the flesh wearing it though.
You
Yeah.
got any more? You simpan a lot of pictures, huh? Never seen before, huh?
Plenty. So, let's go for the another one. So again, today, in conjunction with Eric's birthday as well, we're going to showcase a few of his photos, and we're going to tie back to tonight's episode, right? And you may have read somewhere as well that he's really not into the outdoor elements. He can't do sun, he can't do the beaches, terlalu panas lah, hujan pun tak boleh lah. And here is the evidence. So this was taken during one of our outings. I can't remember why did we go there. This was somewhere in Sime Darby.
This was at Oasis. Yeah, this was at Oasis Raja Mansara. So the thing is, no idea. But we were all having a meal and it started to rain. So even us girls would just walk, right? I don't care about the rain. I walk in the rain, won't bother me. I don't care if I'm wet. But Eric, cannot one eh. He said, you all go first, huh? I wait.
He's here. Happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday. Jangan kepo lah. You go and blow cake, go
exactly.
makan.
Go have fun, okay? We're having fun here.
So yeah.
Carry on.
Tyler had a brolly, and he
Tyler's
did the thing,
everything. I'm going to flash that again, okay? If you notice, Tyler is carrying a backpack. That backpack is like I don't know, it's like a survival.
Everything is
everything. Okay, he's got a huge ass a power bank. Was it 20,000 or 30,000 mAh that can really multi-charge a few devices at one go, and a few other things lah. So umbrella lah, water lah, this lah, that lah. You put him in the jungle lah. I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure he can survive one. I've got Swiss Army knife some more. Yes, Swiss Army knife. Now I remember that. Yeah, so tiba saja the fler, adik, his spray on come out,
just as well because the Lord needed.
It wasn't our idea, really. Okay, it really was an idea. And again, tonight's episode is actually driven by the kids. All right, Fish in particular. It's a tribute to you, man, and we hope you enjoy it. Right, so we'll have fun while at it anyway. And Tyler, so it was his first week, must pass probation.
Well prepared, Tyler.
First week, is it? So that means that it was way back in January this year.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Wait, panjangnya. Ini abang. Okay, let's have a pause and see what this guy is up to, right? Kamarul, hey, thanks man for joining us. So he's got a different opinion on this matter. Profile pictures would not determine the person's personality or his entire personal life, career life. We need to start accepting connections, as we never know there will be someone important that we might need to be connected with in the future. But if the profile is too obvious for red flag, don't accept lah. Betul. Yes, it's so true. It's not entirely no. As I mentioned earlier, we have to have our own diligence and accept an amount of risk as well too. But again, it's always within our control, as long as you do not share any personal information about ourselves. Yeah. So we've seen some photos of Eric already, okay? So let's come back to the topic tonight, all right? So our photos, our reputation. Really? So the next talking points. Would you prefer your photos to be taken candidly, or you prefer it to be a proper prim pose, choreographed? Why and when do we use either one of the photos? Let us know, right? We just want to hear your thoughts about this. You leh, Selena? That's why you complain. Say Eric always tekan all kinds of photos about you.
Maybe I'm not very photogenic lah. Okay, but
Are
to
you
be fair,
kidding? Come
most of
on.
most of the photos that we took that are random are always the nicest. You know, like the brick brown panties, right? It always is the nicest, the most, kelakar ones are always, I mean, that's what Sharon said as well today. I think one of the posts. Um, compare with the one that you post. So I like the one that are candid.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. What about you? Our viewers, let us know. So maybe I can share my opinion as well too. My preference, yeah, I'm okay with either, but I lean towards naturally candid taken shots lah, instead of choreographed ones. I'm okay with that, and it all depends on what's what's the occasion, what is it for, is it in a formal setting or not. Yeah, even in formal settings, right, the best pictures are actually taken very randomly, and you may not even realize the cameraman is just lurking about, snapping away, and the results is usually very, very good because it captures us in our natural habits in the wild.
Mm.
Better word,
Yeah, even company profiles, if you notice some of the company profiles where they have someone taking, the photographer takes very sort of when you're most relaxed, and it always looks very nice for the team rather than
Yeah. See,
all one bodies.
Chris also is leaning towards having it taken candidly, right? And I agree with Kamaro. Exactly, Selena. Seriously, you're not photogenic, meh? Just fishing for.
Just look at your post today. Enough already.
But still nice, all right.
But thank you.
You just want to fish for compliments, right? You, Selena.
Mana ada.
So we have Selena and myself and Chris. We prefer candidly taken shots, and we have more. Okay, we have more candidly taken shots. Now this is one of those that was taken when Eric was up to his retail therapy. So shots like
one
this
stress me out. You see, he's so
Exactly.
happy, leh.
Well, that's the whole idea. Retail therapy, ma. Go spend money.
You should have taken my photo.
So, was this at Lao Yat?
Yeah.
It was at Lao Yat.
He was buying more gears. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. We did, or rather, correction. He did quite a bit of spending last year, and some more this year, which clearly doesn't make Selena too comfortable. That you can see the anxiety in Selena's face is always. But it's fun, all right.
He's at his happiest.
Yeah, he's at
when
his
he spends
happiest.
money
And
buying
it's not gadgets. That's the key word. It's not just about spending money. It's about gadgets. He's a gadget.
No.
Nut.
He's got a list for me already. He said, okay, next one, I'm gonna get this and this and this.
I will talk to you on the side, Eric. Maybe I can slip in a few more. He doesn't have to know. So there you go. Next, okay lah. So again, a tribute to Eric, and if you know him, right, besides just being famously appearing everywhere in shorts, slippers, and t-shirt, he's also got a very, very trademark pose. It's not entirely a pose; it's just him naturally being in the wild. There you go. He can 张弓 one there. I cannot understand. He 张弓, then he flat-footed, his heels can be flat one there. I don't understand how he do that.
Yeah. This one balanced out. Very well balanced.
His alignment so zun one. I really don't understand.
Memang.
Can you do that? Selena, you can.
I can squat, but I can't squat as I mean, he could just squat all day long. That is his comfort. No, that is
Right.
his comfort zone.
I don't feel comfortable, man. I mean, but he seems to be very like he can stay there, you know.
Yeah. If you give him duduk nice chair, I think he would prefer to squat.
Never mind, give me the chair. Can y'all squat like him? You know? Yeah, I
Can lah. We all train one.
cannot.
Asians all can squat one.
Cannot.
Because
I squat
we train.
My heel cannot touch the ground. My toes are up. Seriously,
How you go lobang one the toilet how?
Die lo?
Jangkuk how?
Jangkuk die lah. Yeah, it is. It is a bangsai pose. So seriously.
Literally, yeah.
So we have more. And you know, just to showcase to see how comfortable he is, how flexible.
It's all the time. These are not like, far and few. It's just all the time. One corner.
Yeah. Really. So this was taken during one of the commando club trainings or other seminars that we were doing, and God knows who actually took the shot though.
You see, that's why you never know when he's there. He's like a cheetah on the wall, seriously. Right? He's just squatting one corner. That's why you get all these photos, Brahma also knows. She said, where you took that photo from?
I don't know, Sean. He used squatting pen only or not? I don't know. I seriously don't know. But
must be lah, Sean. No one can squat as well as him.
Mana birthday uncle tua? Itu orang sekarang sibuk lah, blowing his own candle lah. Oh, yeah, having dinner or what lah. Give him just ponteng. Sharon, hi. Hey, Sharon's one of my team members anyway. Not mistaken, that's a yoga pose as well. Really?
It is.
Cannot.
It is apparently a very good pose.
Why?
You cannot, man. So your feet doesn't go flat on. So you're tippy-toey.
Yes, tippy-toey. Correct.
So if you try to put it flat, it's overstretching.
Flat, I'm gonna land on my butt. Seriously, I'm just gonna go stand and boom.
Oh, you do.
Yeah, so if I really berak in that kind of squatting pen, gone lah. My butt will go down. Really, man. You know what? I mean, if I have to go and that's the only toilet I have, of course I will make do lah. But I'm not gonna try to do yoga while I'm doing my business, isn't it? All right, so those are just a few of the shots that we have taken previously, just to prove a point. Okay, and a few of us, in fact, rather Selena, myself, and Chris, we agreed that we prefer candid shots more than choreographed ones. But the main topic is the one that is scrolling below our screen. Our photos, our reputation. Really? Is that what Eric's all about? I mean, we're just using him as an example. He's a birthday boy, I think, today. Sample. Okay. Really, man? Is that all we know? There's so much more that we haven't spoken about, which will come later on. So think about it. Then now we have that problem of revisiting this topic again. How is it to verify an authentic photo? You see, in social media, especially on Instagram, TikTok, you've got very, very nicely taken photos, models, six-pack, washboard abs, and some really good-looking ladies in bikinis and all that. Okay, I mean, if you got it, sure, if you can flaunt it, you look good in it. But is that all there is? It kind of creates a toxic positivity at times, right? Is that really what we aspire to be? And what if, I've got flab, for example? Am I going to be body shamed? Am I going to be less accepted in society? So that's the next stage of in today's challenges if we're not careful about it. And we have to remember AI is already around where we can edit photos or even have a deep fake face pasted onto a body and it could be us. So how is it? Is it really authentically us that represents our reputation? What are your thoughts? Right? Let us know. Um, have you ever been catfished before, Selena? Or have you ever fallen into a trap of someone trying to reach out to you, but using these means just to get in contact with you?
Mm. Yeah, I mean, there are profiles that, I thought they were, like you say, they look okay. And then, they are, like you say, a little bit odd, but it's all in your control, right? I
Mm,
mean, for me, I don't really bother too much. If it bothers you, then, you've got the control to block it or whatever it is. But I think
mm,
for myself, when it comes to photos, um, I think there's a time and place for everything, right? So if you're looking at, like I said, going back to if it's a CV, then I think it's definitely you got to put something, depends on the industry, all right? If it's like
yeah.
professional enough, I'm not saying you have to wear a suit, but you have to look smart, right? And make a bit of effort, comb your hair, for example. And so there is a time and place for everything. So it's not one size fits all. Sometimes we all get a bit too, like you say, social media, they're all not, nobody looks like that every day, right? It's all
Yeah.
filters, and if it makes you feel, that you're not good enough, it's all, you know, uh, it's not real, right? So bottom line for me is I've got pictures, very unflattering photos. I think after a while, it doesn't bother me as much if I put it out there. Because if someone wanted to know me better, then they'll get a chance to know me better.
Mm,
Photo or no photo, right?
mm,
Yeah. So it's your own self confidence, and when it comes to first, uh, although people do judge, depending on what situation, so be it, law. So for me, I think I will make the effort if the situation or the circumstances say that, oh, okay, you need to look nice, then, oh my God, talking about photos, you should see my passport photo. Seriously, if I'm the immigration officer, I won't let myself into the country. I look like a convict. Seriously.
but that's
So,
the ironic thing. Your passport photo was taken by the immigration officers at the immigration office, isn't it? We don't really have the choice of
mm,
submitting our own
so
photo now.
bad. So bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got my own episode about that as well. My driver's license is just horrible. I was talking to the officer halfway, and then that was like just snap, and my mouth was
Ah.
like speech. Like, what the hell? Anyway, yeah.
Mm,
So there's a bit of a caution about that. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to the fun stuff. So earlier you seen the Eric squatting, and clearly he was having his camera with him. So we can agree he's good at what he's doing. He's really a paparazzi. However way you want to address that, or just label it. So yeah, as you can see, so this is at our little spot at Sharon's Place, iconic. And as you can see, Tyler and Tris is on the screen. So this clearly was taken by Tyler. And then more paparazzi photos, and he's in the action.
this is like our normal view. Everywhere you see, you just see, I makan, I look up, I see the camera, right? This one we were having our drinks in Second Chan. And
Mm,
yeah,
correct. Correct.
right.
Even after we went back to our cabin, and there he was, still uh, up to his antics. But here's the thing. I mean, here's the thing. It's all due credits to him, lah. He's good at what he does, right? So maybe Selena kind of cringe this topic tonight. We're gonna just give him a little bit of
Pagi je lah. Dia punya birthday lah. Pagi je lah.
like, yeah, he's
Pagi
good. All
je
right,
lah.
he's good. He's got the flair. I have to admit, among all of us, he's really got the flair, and how he composes his shots, how he frames it, and yeah, for those of you who have had your shots taken, let us know what do you think. Okay, if it's ugly, ugly. Okay, just say. Don't give him face. If it's good, that's what we're trying to do. To give him the credit. So, hi Rai, how's it going?
Hi, how are you?
Haven't seen you before, but thanks for joining us tonight. Maybe
Oh,
I'll.
he was on our show with Andrew from
Okay.
the interning with Andrew. Yeah, hi, right. Thanks for
All
joining
right,
us.
all right, all right, all right. So the
Trouble
kids,
is here, by the way.
yeah.
Double trouble just landed.
What do you appreciate about Selena?
Oh, why do I have to answer that? Okay lah, kasih je lah. Okay, birthday 40th, what I appreciate about most about Eric. Whenever I receive bad news, okay, so this is the truth. Whenever I receive bad news, I'm the one full of anxiety. I kanchong spider. I'll be like, I just need to call him. So usually I'll call him and tell him whatever lah. Could be business, could be whatever. Something happened. So usually he has this I don't know, unique ability to just make you feel like it's no biggie. Sun will rise again tomorrow. Just go to sleep and things will be okay. That's something about him. Yee.
Yes.
But I think Tris probably tells him more. But there were a few occasions where I panicked. Most of the time it would be maybe work related, right? Like something that would worry me for the next 6 months. It could be, financials. It could be whatever. He's so chillax that he will, somehow like that lah. So I'll put down the phone. I'll be like, oh, okay, can sleep. Yeah. So.
You know how it is, right? Give him lah. He's only turning
41 kali
Yeah.
only,
Exactly. So yeah, I have to agree. He does have that zenness about him. I mean, sometimes I feel like he's too relaxed. He doesn't seem to have the sense of urgency sometimes, and it gets annoying.
That's the part that we don't appreciate. That's the don't appreciate question. That one we keep it for later. The annoying one.
Okay, fine. Let's move on. Right. So, and speaking of Tris earlier, where she just chimed in, So I've got a shot here. Is look at how he actually just hopped and towered over Tris. This was one of the episodes which this was.
Is fish.
Is it fish? No, I think this is Tris.
Who is that?
I don't know. I feel it's Tris. I could kind of recognize.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Is it the body language?
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. So look at that back. See? He and his white t-shirt and sarong.
Now he just needs to squat and he'll be in his element.
Yeah, man. So, what else are we going to talk about? So, there's a few things here. So again, we are still in the topic for tonight. All right, our photos equals to reputation. Well, that's fish. Oh, okay.
See?
Yeah, no tattoo, huh? Okay. How do you feel, Fish, when you saw that photo? Let me just bring it up again. Do you remember how you feel? What was it all about that he was, just right next to you like that? Look at his smirk on his face, on Eric's.
Yeah, that's an everyday look lah. They're used to it. Okay.
Can see
Tyler.
Body language, yeah, clearly. But Tyler chimes in. So he appreciates Eric being someone and never have to guess what his intentions are, coming from a good place, and that's rare. He's cryptic though, right? He dishes out very, very mysterious emotional damage to y'all. I don't know. Isn't it? It's cryptic at
Well,
times.
he doesn't emo damage me because maybe because I'm older. I escaped.
Right,
They get it.
more fun photos coming up. All right, so now he's been a paparazzi, as all we most of us know. There are a few shots we return a favor as well to. Now, I make out. I have no idea who took these shots.
It must be one of the guys. Must be, yeah. Because we had separate cabins, so this is definitely
It could be Tyler then.
got to be
It's not
Tyler.
me. Yeah. So yeah, Tong doesn't couldn't care less about cameras. I didn't really touch the camera. So Tyler is the usual suspect, lah, the only suspect, I think. So that's one more favor return, having his own medicine dished out to him. And the last one, this one, there you go. I have no idea how to describe
You know, when you
this.
talk about this topic, right? In terms of reputation, so one thing about Rex, he doesn't care.
He doesn't
I
care.
think when you're it goes back to, I mean, this is not just about him, right? If you're confident enough about yourself, I think most people don't really put too much emphasis about, it reflecting your reputation too much, I think.
Correct. Yeah. So that's what we're trying to drive tonight. It's not just about making fun about Eric. I mean, Eric's our dear friend, all right? Yeah, we banter with him. We have our own antiques and nonsense and barbs traded. But in reality, the topic is about all of us. We are right smack in a social media age, and that's what connects us. Even if you're not on a desktop, right? Our phones, we're on a WhatsApp or any Telegram or whatever WeChats that you use is still social media, and we have our profile picture as well too. How is it that you know that you're comfortable about making contact with someone new for the first time? That's what we're trying to establish here. Okay, is it really our reputation? Is it what makes us comfortable to start interacting with another person? Right? So that's what we're trying to bring. Is it really all there is that portrays us? How is it that we can actually tell people or convince others that we're us, we're being genuine, we're being ourselves, we're not just trying to create a facade, right? So, Selena, how
I don't know. I mean, if it's just one photo, there's only so much you can tell. But it's nice if you're just authentic, just take whatever photo that best reflect you. But it, depend on the situation. With social media, if you're, just take random pics, to me is fine. Don't have to be posed or, professionally taken, I think like that, whatever goes, right? And then, I mean, that's just that first contact, right? The connection. So if that brings you further, your reputation, I don't think it represents everything, just one photo. But if you put a picture that is inappropriate on your CV, it might end up, people might just not consider you. I mean, it will happen. I would look at it and say, ayo, this is a CV. If you can't be bothered to even put a decent picture, let's say you're, scruffy and not really dressed, or your clothes are not ironed, so it will reflect somewhat, of yourself, right? So situational, I think, but adalah, it carries certain weight lah, but it's not, one photo doesn't say everything about, you.
I'm gonna show one last photo.
What roti? Apa roti shot?
I have no idea. Roti shot, I have no idea though. Yeah, I really have no idea. And yes, I agree. Fish has some really nice memories. We will have some more new memories to be made together in due time, so stay tuned about that. Okay, so here is a recent one. Okay, uh, that's the boss. Okay, and he represented us, talked about us, and how is it that we run things internally, just on a very high level. And he presented about how culture eats strategy for breakfast. And some of you know how is it that we do things internally. We don't have an office, but yet work gets done. There's a lot of trust. There's a lot of communication going on, and yeah. And he gave an introduction at an event quite recently, and dressed formally as well too, and rightfully so. And I think no other person better than him who would have done that for all of us. I would say. So wow, I actually cringe. I have to say all this. It's like I'm complimenting him.
Yeah.
Okay.
1 hour, 1 hour full of.
Anyway, so yeah, that's really all that we want to address today. So take it with a pinch of salt as well too.
Yeah.
Consider what kind of a scenario that you're in. What's the objective of having a photo in the first place? What setting is it? What is it you're trying to convey? What sort of message that you wanna convey? I actually just got some WhatsApp text from Tris. Wow, Tris, walao eh.
She's
I have
all
no
out,
idea.
right? To
Yeah, she's
share
all
a
out.
photo, is it?
Yeah, I know. So, so in fact, this photo where Eric was presenting about this little topic, it was in a formal setting where it consisted of industry players and professionals alike. And if you look at his posts, it's not even posing; he's just doing his thing, presenting and talking about this, right? And this was also another photo which we flashed earlier. I'm just guessing this must be one of the classes he conducted. I don't think this is in the uni, isn't it? One of the
No.
seminars he
This is
conducted.
one of our clients. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, going back to the one that he did, the recent talk. I mean, what
Mm.
he's wearing and what the photo was of the team. I mean, that couldn't be. That's Eric in his shorts, and all of us are just
Yeah. Correct.
candid, right? So in terms of reputation, you can also say that here he is dressed, formally, but at the end of the day, we are who we are. We don't really try to be something we're not. That the picture at the back is basically us, right? Yeah, appropriate or not.
It's just who the identity is as a team. But that's us, okay? So take that with a bit of a pinch of salt. So if you're coming from an organization that is very formal, then clearly, dress code will have to be a little bit amped up.
Time and place for everything. Yeah.
Yeah, there's always that criteria to consider. So, that's all I really have tonight, and let us know if you'd like to discuss a little bit about what comes across your mind about what we spoke about the whole entire night. What were your challenges or even your suspicion about photos? Is it really just the only thing that you want to talk about when it comes to judging people? Judging people. Yes, photos. It can be quite a judgmental tool.
Everyone does it, right?
Yeah.
I
come lah. Yeah, so don't know whether Eric is still around now or is he still watching. I hope not. Maybe this is his birthday.
He kept off for a while only lah. He'll rewatch it. You want to say you don't want to say any more nice things to him?
No, I think I had enough of nice things. Enough already. My quota up already. Cannot anyway.
On his guy. He's such a, oh my god. You guys are so young. I mean, still, 40 is nothing.
Such a hard life. Yeah, I'm gonna be turning 40 next year. I'm just 1 year behind him. So yeah, my time will come. I don't feel like I'm 40. I don't
Alright.
think he feels 40 anyway. It's just a number. Yeah, you don't look like
And
you're.
because I dye my hair, you guys, seriously, the from the time I know you until now, right? You both turn gray.
Yeah, well, we're dealing with you. Ceiling chimes in. Use a profile picture that can reflect our current look is important. Don't la post that is old photo. Yeah, that is so true. That
Nah,
is
but not
so
too
true.
old lah.
Yeah. I,
Recent, current will be nice.
I was guilty of it for a few months earlier this year because for those of you who have known me, I was bald for about 2 years, and I got bored of it and started to regrow my hair as of New Year this year. And as my hair was already grown, right, I already had a bit of a spiky haircut up to until April or May. Then only I had the chance to update it to what you see right now on my profile. So yeah, okay. How old is your profile
Mm.
photo, Selena, right now?
Oh, my LinkedIn one. Oh, it's at least, I think, 4 years old.
You don't look
Mm.
any different anyway. You look the same.
But
Mm.
I don't change much. So, like,
Mm.
boring old me.
Ah. You think you'll love this
Mm.
episode? I hope so. Do you love this episode? A little bit of fun and poking at Eric while we talk about this again. We're just celebrating Eric and using him as an example to tie in with this topic for tonight's episode. Yeah, let us know what are your thoughts so far of how this episode have gone, and perhaps we can then curate certain content or even topics to air in our subsequent episodes. All right. So next week, I can't even remember who is up next week anyway. Yeah, I can't remember.
I know it's not me.
It's definitely not gonna be me. It could be the kids.
Yeah, it is.
Kids.
Mm.
Yeah. Alrighty. So we're down in the last 4 minutes. Oh, there we go. Fish just mentioned that it's definitely them. So very likely we're gonna go back to Iconic again, and we're gonna broadcast it from there. Okay. So
Hey, I want to ask you a question before you go. Have you ever fought with Eric?
have I ever fought with Eric? Hiya,
Mm.
you really want to bring this up? Walao eh. This topic, right? Saja kan? No, actually no. Argue, yes. Fight, no. So there was only one that really irks me, but I kind of also blame myself because I kind of fell into this trap. You see, this is the thing about Eric. This fella is sometimes very mischievous, right? He's got a very very nice, comfortable life that has got no drama, and sometimes we feel that makes him bored. That he's just going after some excitement. So purposely, go and stir shit lah. I tell you, so yeah, so I was overseas at that time in Manila anyway, and he was like asking for some plans. I was like thinking, I can't wait, man. I'm in holiday right now, lah. So like,
I remember that.
yeah, I know, right? So
Yeah.
argue, I wouldn't even count it as argue. Definitely not fight.
He annoyed you.
He annoyed me. Yes, he definitely annoyed me. Yeah, I'll flick his ear anyway. What about you? Have you ever fought with him or argued with him?
No lah. When he annoys me, I just ignore him.
Yeah, there's actually a way of handling his annoyance when I just fell into his trap that day. Like
Just
that, lor.
ignore him.
Mm.
Let him have his way. Okay, one. No lah.
Yeah, it's good.
All honesty, I've known him for quite a number of years now.
You knew
We've
him
never really
way
had.
longer. Yeah, way longer than me. How long?
Yeah. I think we've known each
2015,
other for like
16.
maybe 7 years, maybe
Yeah, 2016.
7-8 years, maybe. No, we've never really had a misunderstanding or anything like that. Nothing that we can't trash it out and just talk about it. So that's the nice thing about him. He's easygoing. Well, I think the kids won't agree that he's easygoing. But y'all don't have my age lah, so y'all cannot know. That's why he called me Tai Jie. Got advantage one being older. they'll
True.
still kasih a bit of muka one.
That's so true. So with all the fun and games that we've been posting about ourselves, yes, we do share the good times, and we also have some serious work being done behind the scenes, which is usually not seen because well, people are working, we got time to go and snap. But other than that, we do believe that a healthy culture is what's required, and we hope that we're doing it right so far. And our testimony is not what we say, but it's the kids, Tris, Tyler, and Fish. They are our pride as well as our testimony to kind of guide us whether are we doing the right thing or not. So far, they have not fired us yet. Hopefully not. So that's a good sign. And more photos to come, hopefully, in our events in the future, and may it bring smiles and joy to all of us. So I'm not gonna drag this any longer, and yeah. This topic can stretch over the boardwalk. So, and we appreciate you spending time listening to us here as well too. All right. So thank you so much. We're gonna call it a night. So it's 9 p.m. right now. And the last word, Selena.
Happy birthday, Eric.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday. Really, we mean it. So that's all. I'm gonna get nightmares if I'm gonna spew nice teas about him too much.
No more. That's it. This is a one-time only.
Exactly. Alrighty. So take care, everyone. And
Thanks,
to
everyone.
all of us Malaysians, as a happy, not say happy, an advanced Selamat Merdeka this coming Thursday. All right. And for those of you working in the public and civil service, we thank you and we salute you for your service. And because of people like you, we are able to celebrate the National Day. So thank you again. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.